Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Genshin. Oh, we are just checking out the update. I'm very excited, but yes, I do think we are going to be focusing on Tower Fantasy. We might come back to Genshin on occasion. But yes, there was a new update. I said we were going to be streaming Tower Fantasy today. We are still probably going to, well, it depends. If someone pops in here and is like, I need to grind some bosses, Grin, get me in there. Maybe at the 30-minute mark or halfway through the stream, we'll switch over to Tower Fantasy. But I did want to see the new update. We've been waiting for this for a long time. It just so happens that we're all, well, at least I am. I'm getting bombarded by very fun games like Tower Fantasy, Cult of Lamb, and Saints Row when it's working. Although I have recently encountered a game-breaking bug in which I cannot progress. Although if there was an update on the Epic launcher, then maybe it's fixed, but I haven't seen anything like that. But then fucking it auto-updates on Epic. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, what is more important than the Genshin update, which, by the way, yes, a little late to this, a little late. Check this out. Check this out. This is my new cup. My new mug. I wanted something just quick to get a lot of coffee in. It's hard to see because it's overexposed, but look at that fucking handle. If you guys can see this crazy shit, what is that? I also have no idea how I'm supposed to hold it. It's like a whooshy nonsense thing. Anywho.
Good things come to those who don't wait around.
All right.
That's what they say.
Let's do this. We're gonna go dip our toes into Dendro. Unless I can't, because I'm a little bit behind on story, because, you know, took a break from the game. Yes. Yes. What is good, Sparks, by the way? What's good, Max? Max says, high five. Max says, heyo, we starting. Damn, I was borrowing some of your Lotus. What's that? What? You steal my plans? What do you mean? Hey, that mug is... Thanks, Max. Appreciate the support, buddy. Also, we are maxed in resin. I haven't logged in like a lot. Let me see. How bad is it? Do I have the you've been away for a while thing? No, I went to left first. I thought that was wrong because yeah, no, we have the stellar reunion because your boy's been away for a little bit of time. Oh God. But let us. First of all, I had to quickly use the washroom. I had to load in, so my character's died. So let's go. We're gonna go touch a shrine because we're dead. AKA new Sumeru plant. Oh, do you want to come and borrow some of mine? Is that what you were asking, Max? Yeah, absolutely. You can jump in and take all my shit. Again, it's not that I'm not like, I want to make something clear a little bit. My focus right now is on Tower of Fantasy and like building a community in that space. As much as I do love Genshin still, it's just until Genshin like proves itself to be interested in even a slight bit in endgame and stuff like that. I think Tower Fantasy that has proven itself to have like a plethora of endgame and things like that. To me, I'd rather invest it in that. You know. Also, we have a guild over there, like a crew, and it's just a blast farming bosses with you guys and all that kind of stuff. It's been very fun. That game has been like, again, what I've been craving from a game like it, and it's very similar to Genshin in a lot of ways. Anyways, I have no idea how to get over there, but let's hope it's literally just walk that way. And you're there. Fingers crossed. It's that simple. Hopefully. Max says I was gonna borrow your Lotus things from Sumeru, but if you're not gonna be playing along, I won't bother you. What do you mean? No, we're gonna be playing for a good bit. Yeah, go ahead and grab the things, Max. Yeah. My whole thing is that I'm saying that I'm probably not going to be we're gonna be playing it for the whole stream today probably. But if people are like, well, when's the next Genshin stream or something like that? Or what's your progression in Genshin? I just want to see the update. Maybe we see this update, Max, and I'm just like, oh my God, next level, I gotta get in there. I think it's gonna be awesome, but deep in my heart of hearts, I know like it'll be bothering me that I know it's a weird investment because I know that eventually I'm gonna explore all the areas. Eventually, we're gonna experience the events that take a couple minutes to do, and then I'm gonna be stuck in this kind of like lose my steam kind of thing. But that doesn't, I'm trying also if I'm making it less exciting for people who are enjoying it. Again, it's probably awesome again right now and probably will be awesome in the future. Again, these issues have been talked about for a long time now, so I think there's hopefully some response to them. But Max, you can join my world and grab my shit if you want. What are you under? What is your name under here? I'd assume you're online. Are you this one? Or this one, or none, or are we not friends on Genshin? That's unacceptable, Max. Also, am I gonna have to scale the whole ass mountain? Looking like it. Looking like it. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot how to play so badly. I forgot what was how do you activate your parachute for a minute. Yeah, Max says okay. Yeah, Max. Are we friended on this game? This game? I don't know if we are. Whoo! Solid leap. Again, let's see. Do we have a new banner, by the way? Because your boy still got some wishes. Although, man, I'm having a little bit of a problem not knowing who I'm going to wish for. Because I still have like you guys can't see it. I have like 9,000 and a little bit more wishes. And then I have 383 star glitter. So I think I'm still close to getting near a good bit of attempts to get a banner character. I don't think I want to get any of these ones. Although I think I'm going to have to wait until the Dendro Archon comes out and then get that one. Just nab that one real quick. But yes, let's go and see. Oh, also Zhong Li's is here. Ooh, with that bow. Oh man, it's tempting. It's tempting. But man, how are we gonna get up here? Is it even? Oh, is that literally it right here? Oh, look at that. Well, let's wait and let's wait a couple hours. It's kind of like foggy and gross. It's like, oh my god, this is the new place. Look, it looks like a lot of fog. Honestly, it looks gloomy. But yeah, let's switch to time, and then go here. Let's go sunrise from about here. Should be good by that point. Whew. Max, have you been playing anything besides Genshin? Have you been playing Saints Row or nah? Or have you been playing Cult of the Lamb? Man, that game constantly blows me away at how like just satisfying it is. Like I can tell people who've been no-lifing that for like who no-life that for a whole week probably just super dopamine filled. Like, you know what I mean? Their mind, they're like checking things off the list. Like I've been playing it in very minuscule spurts because there's so much other shit going on right now in my life. But it's been a blast every single time I've done a little bit. Or maybe that's why I'm having such a good time. No shit, Max. You're getting back into Destiny 2. Is that because you've seen the update, or is the update out now? I seen some trailers for it, but I never really seen what that actually was. Also, Max. Yeah, answer that question first. But did you see some Gamescom trailers, man? Oh my god, I'm so excited. We got Dead Island, which looks clean, by the way. I was worried about it at first, but then I heard that there's gonna be 6 playable characters, which is nuts. And then apparently it's also like just kind of like a fun, goofy time, which is smart, I think, for Dead Island. Because I think Dead Island was like kind of a gloomy, serious game, but with like kind of weird combat that was kind of playful and cartoony and like arcadey, I guess. So I think that like with Dying Light kind of being still pretty serious, all things considered, it's nice to see that Dead Island was like, well, what if we just become like a goofy, fun meme nonsense bullshittery. And it's like, that works. That works quite well, actually, surprisingly. Also, there was 2 other games that looked amazing that I can't think of what they were. Yeah, but luckily we're talking about all that on Saturday. That's our stream. The new season dropped. Oh, here we go. 4-leaf sigil. Explore knowledge. The crest. Also, I haven't even jumped into this, by the way. It's my first experience in Dendro land. When you explore Sumeru, who these can manipulate ailments are facing. So wait, can you just literally run right to Sumeru if you wanted and get like the Dendro ability and then like leave? I'm so curious to see what like a person playing now, fresh, what their experience of progression is compared to all of us. Sometimes you will find clusters of shatter these 4-leaf sigils with a new ability to adventure easier. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. This let us climb easier, maybe. Okay. Well, that's good, Faceless. Faceless says, "I love the 5-star Dendro Archon." Oh, the bow dude. Yeah. He seemed like almost a version of what's her name? She's like one of the better characters in the one of the cooler characters. Nin Wang. He seemed like Nin Wang, just like a mortar that constantly like blitzkrieging people. Looked really cool. Are we gonna get a little bit of Dendro, or do we have to do a lot more in order to get the travelers like Schmutz's like power green stuff? I don't know what the traveler's special effects are. Is Dendro for him just like, oh, that's so cute. Oh, I hope there's a character that's like a summoner type that has a bunch of those little like mushroom bastards that just go and dive bomb an enemy and like, I don't know, man. Coming from Tower of Fantasy to Genshin, it's like, that won't happen. Like, if anything, it'll be like you cast an E ability where you like pick up one of the mushrooms by the hand and then like hit a person with it in one dot wallop, and then you put it away magically, and you're like, okay, all right. Spark says, redeem hype. Ah, got you. Faisal says, yup, the elemental scale gives him 3 free shots that are charged. Yeah, I seen something. Is his normal playstyle where he can just basically unload? Like, I seen something where like, I think somebody used his E and then used his charge shot and then used his E and then used his charge shot. Like, they reset each other, and his charge shot's like, I think a 3-hit like heat-seeking thing, kind of like Yoimiya, except can actually pack a punch. I don't know. I seen I wasn't sure if it was a Constellation 6 because GameStop and a bunch of other content creators got early access to the game. I seen him just like melt a boss as he just like was unable to like, or he was just continuously able to like let it rip. Which I was like, Jesus Christ, this character looking all kinds of crazy. Adjust attune element. Make my boy green. Statue blessing. Oh, can we not? Can we not make our boy green? Or is this not technically Dendro person? No, it is, because it's a child. And that's the yeah. Worship statue. Okay. Alright, well. Is my traveler green? Maybe he is. I don't think so. I think you usually resonate with it. It usually says, hey, resonate. And you're like, Jesus, okay. Fine. But man, it's a bad time to not get into Genshin, I realize. Personally, I would have loved this way more than Inazuma. Like, just there's something about fantasy where like the elf meta, like the elves and like all that shit, orcs and whatnot, that is so cool to me. Whereas like ancient, historically vibey Japan / China, who whatever, is cute and fun, but it's also not like, it's not like this. Like, this just screams like warmth and personality, like you're living in a beehive, except that's a horrifying thing because bees are fucked. But yeah, what is this? Oh, is this one of the things where it tells you to like do your grapple thing? I guess not. Or maybe I need a special thing. Why is it like something popped up there for me for a second there? What is that? Right there. That is what it is. Okay. That's kind of cool. We just have that ability. They're just like, yeah, you can just like decombust into pollen. When? Since when, man? Yep. They are. Oh, is that what? So that is what it is. Oh man, that sounds so cool. Oh wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. We can actually go do that. I forgot how this game works. It's been such a while. It's not actually that. It's not that it's been that long, actually, since we played Genshin. It's just that I've been doing so many other things that are so mentally taxing that I'm just like, this stuff had to leave. My brain had to start flushing mass exodus of information. But I never forgot you guys. But yes, anything that was clutter, I was like, fuck out. Okay, so I've not seen any spoilers for this character. I've seen a little bit of gameplay from him, but I couldn't really extrapolate much. But let's see. How does he... No, I want up game. Don't do this to me. There we go. Okay, honestly, I know some people love his look. His ears are fucking giant. Like, to the point where I'm like, that is a lot. That is like some crazy ass shit. Anyways, he's got the bow. I don't know what the bow does. I imagine makes him cracked. We can take our time also. I don't know why I'm trying to rush. But what does his ease do? Perform consecutive 4 hits. While aim charge. Charge 1 is fires the dendro area. Charge 2. Creates 4 cluster bomb arrows. Woof. So kind of can get some Ganyu burst action with her charge. Love it. Deals dendro, creating that field. Create mysterious illusion that taunt opponents. Okay, so it's easy like a taunt. Got it. Combine power all seeds. Dendro. Oh yeah, he just puts like a giant AoE like thing on the ground. Is this the one that says like it triggers or resets his E? His bow is disgusting, says Faceless. I'll trust you. Faceless. Combine the four seeds. Does this? No, he scales up elemental mastery. Weird. Yeah. Also, a lot of the Dendro reactions are kind of like okay, and then Electro just kind of like just was everything. Electro and Dendro just massive. Increase that to 6%. Okay. Is it Constellations that gave him that reset that I was seeing? Because Faceless said yes, but I wasn't sure if that was yes to this or yes to that. You know what I mean? What's good, Shadowcat? Shadowcat says, hey, how's it going? I'm going pretty good, Shadowcat. How's it going with you? How's it going with you? I am so warm. It is hot. It is hot here in Canada. They are homing. Max says, all right, I'm going to get to Genshin. Yeah, have fun, man. Sorry to keep you busy. You got to put the Traveler in the party. All right, to resonate. Sorry, that makes sense. Again, all of my brain, mass flux exited. Nothing kept any information. You doing well, Shadow? That's awesome, man. Faceless says, the E gives you 3 free shots that are charged. Okay. So, first of all, Pop feels like it takes a little bit of time. That looks pretty cool, but you can easily flood right back into the charge shot. Bop, and then bop. That's not bad. What does it look like? It's not the most pretty I've ever seen an attack of arrows, but probably because you're not supposed to do it that way. All right, let's do this. Oh, also we got the other person, the other Dendro support. We got Lisa. I feel like that's kind of a waste. Okay, so we do one of these. That's pretty nuts. That's kind of excessive. I didn't even think I was doing something right there. But yeah, also she's here. Boom, we throw a spear and we start pulsating Dendro. So she's kind of like a Dendro support. All in all, probably pretty good. Anyways, let's do this. That. And then that doesn't give us charge, does it? No, it doesn't. It's RE. And then we do pop, pop, pop. No, we still need to charge, but it's only 1 charge. So we don't need to do the whole 2 charges. That makes sense. Got it. So you still need to do the 2. So basically just costs 1 charge instead of 2. It makes sense. Although his first initial hit is hitting for 6k, but it's the follow-up that I think is just wrecking. It's kind of like deceivingly strong when all of the things connect. Yeah, a good bit strong. We need to get. Oh, and then this one, her alt seems like pretty fantastic actually. Just constantly starts spewing out Dendro everywhere. If Lisa could get her goddamn shit together and get her alt, that'd be great. Doing all this Dendro and we're not maximizing the damage because yes, no. Oh, he died. Well, let's run it again. Run it again. That was interesting. I haven't played the game enough to feel like confident about doing anything yet, but yes. I feel like I mean, it's good, but it's also not like, the DPSs that we've had, like Raiden Shogun, or like, the DPSs. I think he's supposed to be like a DPS that's also Dendro, probably like a secondary DPS, but also more valuable than sub DPSs because he's applying Dendro constantly. Although, does he have something that consistently applies Dendro? That's what I'm wondering. And whop. Just want to get some particles, my guy. Not enough. Not enough particles. Let's do this. I really feel like they should have gave you anybody else but Lisa, even though I know Dendro and Lisa are going like a match made in heaven at this point, but yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, I already charged. There we go. It's good that it keeps track of your charges, like there's not some sort of weird delay bullshit. Yeah, but if you don't have that thing going, it's less good. Stop it. We'll do this. This. Does that do a lot of damage at least? Yeah, it does a good bit. It's like a mortar. He seems fun. I think because he's a support. I feel like he's not as like nukey as that like some DPSs feel like, when they're just like, fuck off, or like Ido who just unleashes corn dog and just dead, But also those are main DPSs that are kind of selfish. Well, Ido is the exception because he does a lot of Geo, which gives you a lot of defense and stuff. But I imagine this person feels probably great if you're willing to, or if you already have a DPS on your side, Especially if you have like Raiden Shogun, anyone who can consistently apply Dendro, gonna be great, I think. Although it leads me to believe. What do you think, Face? Do you think what do you think that? My curiosity is what place will the Dendro Archon fill? Will she be like hyper support driven and hyper elemental reaction driven, or will she be like a healer and like that? Or do you think she's gonna be completely like the opposite and be like, no, Queen of the Forest is like a DPS monster because all of the other Dendro people are kind of adjacent supports. I don't know. I would hope that she is like an amplification of Dendro. I would hope that's the case, which is not exactly Raiden. Raiden is kind of like an amplification of energy characters, of alt characters. But I wonder what that. I wouldn't like it if the Dendro person was an amplification of like healers. That would be like, oh, come on.
Don't underestimate the beetle.
But I'll be curious to see.
Toughest little guys around.
I feel like a support like Zhong. Yeah, maybe like a Zhongli kind of support. Yeah.
Tears, that's what
Like the next evolution of Zhongli, maybe. That'd be interesting.
we can all learn.
Like maybe the damage you take heals you for a percentage. Maybe. The bow is disgusting. Faceless says the E gives you 3 shots for the charge. You will see Firefly. Yeah, those little tiny glimmers. Max says the Dendro Electro reaction is real. I know, man. Right? I was so happy when I seen that. That was a really good step in the right direction. For like Dendro being, or like Electro having like kind of like a renaissance, because I feel like Mihoyo is very careful on like, there has to be a specific way that they have to solve a solution, or just solve a problem, sorry. It's a very specific solution to that complex problem, because they can't like, they're just like, it's set in stone where like we cannot rebalance anything. Meaning like we cannot nerf a person's damage, amplify somebody's DPS, or anything like that. But what we can do is create the future potential that you can harness that probably is also going to require you to maybe buy a character or be incentivized to buy a character. But we also can't make them too strong because the people get mad at it. Yeah. Let's go, Fluff. Also, Fluff, I said we would be doing Tower Fantasy today, but the way I rationalized it is I wanted to see the Genshin update. I feel like the potential for that being interesting was dwindling, because it's like the more it goes out, the more people are like, Dendro, whatever. So I wanted to do that real quick. And if people wanted to grind bosses in Tower Fantasy, we'll jump to that halfway through the stream at 6. But if no one's like, hey, come and help me grind bosses, then we'll do that. But we will be grinding, specifically tomorrow. We're going to be going hard into Tower Fantasy. It's Friday. I can play a little bit longer. So we're going to be grinding a lot of boss stuff. And then I think Saturday, Sunday, sorry. I think Sunday, we're probably going to do a little bit of Tower Fantasy, probably help everyone get through the door in our clan or in our crew, to kill bosses, even though I think a lot of them are already min-maxing and doing it just autopilot anyway. But we're going to do that. And then I think if I have any time, I would like to play Cult of the Lamb again. So if we could do that on Saturday at like halfway point after we're done wrapping up Tower Fantasy things, that'd be pretty cool. But yes, also gorgeous. Also, that is not what we got. That's not the lighting we got. Max says, Grin, am I good to join? Yeah, go ahead. Join my world. I think you have to hit accept, I think. Yeah, you're good. Your face says riding with the Dendro Archon guy. He's cracked. Yeah, I would imagine so, man. Yeah, cause she can just, like, no matter where, if any damage is dealt, she'll just do an instance of electricity damage, right? That follows. That's crazy. But with her, damage over time. Oh, okay. Interesting. So you think she's gonna be fixing that asset instead of Zhongli being like shielding with some other aspects? You think it's gonna be damage over time amplification, maybe? Accept. Oh, Gamer for Life. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, no, everyone has different names everywhere. Complicated as hell. Go ahead and steal my plants, Max. I will not probably need them. This is all gorgeous, though, man. Beautiful. Fluff, how was your day, buddy? Popping in. How are you? Have you fixed your sleep schedule a little bit? Also, there are some Sumeru roses right here if you want one of them, Max. Or have you just, I think he's went to the place that is probably the epicenter of all the things. I would take this one. Just to have one in my inventory. Ba, ba, pa, 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 pa. Also, I made a, well, I'll talk to you guys about it on Saturday. Yeah. Not sure if it's it's gonna be too complicated to explain while I'm having to play a video game as well. Ooh, peaches. Summon Dendrogram. Okay.
Can't catch me.
Do I have to go up here? I know people like went apeshit and like learned how to do all the puzzles ahead of time through Leak Land and etc. I have not, so let that be. Whatever that is. Is there like a story that goes along with this? Let's do this. Let's also, because we're just kind of like getting in, dipping our toe in. Is there any event that's going on right now that we can quickly bang out? I bet not. But maybe. Oh wait, we can get some primo gems here. Also, yeah, let's go grind Zhongli's thing first. You get a little bit of primo gems. We're still making a dent. We're to make a good old college try at the Archon, Dendro Archon when she comes out. So I need to get a little more primo gems to make me feel cozy, comfy to get that. What is good, Crazy? Crazy says, what's up? What's up, Crazy? How are you? What's good, Lone Syndicate? How are you? How are all y'all? Also, update, a side thing. Hey, hello, look at me. Hey. Update on the Saints Row thing. You know how we had a stream that was one of the most buggy, funny things ever. I had a great time. I did gas out halfway through it. I'm not sure you guys can know. Pretty tired that day. Anyways, yeah, I got to a part that basically I have a game-breaking bug. I don't know if they've released an update since launch, and if like Epic Games is just auto-updating it when I'm not seeing it. I kind of hate that. I can't tell if like, oh, look, an update, maybe it's fixed. So I haven't got to get back in there, but I've reached a point where I've shown you guys in the tab in the Discord for Saints Row, my instance basically, where I'm basically stuck. Enemies will spawn away from me into which I cannot see them. I've done it to the point where I've let my NPC buddy friend murder all of them, and it still doesn't go. So it's just broken, and I've reset it 3 times. I can keep like tapping it and seeing if it break, like do a side quest and see if then it just breaks into place. I don't know, but a part of me also thinks it's a little bit like serendipity. You know what I mean? A little bit like serendipity. Like, hey, why are you playing this game that is never gonna have a consistent update again? That is, you know, has the worst reviews on the planet. It's pretty fun, but it's when it's working. But yeah, when there's games like Cult of the Lamb, when there's games like Tower Fantasy, who are going to be consistently having a roadmap of content in which you love, both of them, why not try to grow those videos, you know? But anyway, also, ladies and gentlemen, talk to me about Gamescom. We had so many cool things. Also, there was gameplay of fucking Dead Island 2 or whatever, the sequel, and it looks clean. It looks good. It looks good enough to like give it to me. Give it to me. Give me a skill tree with those. Also, 6 characters. Goddamn, I hope those skill trees are built different. Also, does that mean like 6-player co-op? Because that's kind of nuts. That's the case. Oh, also, Lone Say, I want to tell you this. I keep forgetting to tell you. Your fucking art, man, on the art tab was beautiful. Like, just such an awesome addition, man. Like, I could tell like what you were saying, which was like, I need to get back into the, like, I haven't harnessed this tool yet. But even still, man, I didn't really catch any of that. It looked really, really good. So the fact that it was your first time was hard to imagine, actually. And to think of like the potential of like it basically being equal to, or in some ways I think better for me personally, just because of what I like. Because as much as I like, it's hard to capture. It's hard for an image to capture the same saturation and contrast through like a camera of a photo of a page, then like digital literally just translates it perfectly 1-to-1, exactly what you'll see. I'll see exactly what you see, more or less. And yeah, I thought it was brilliant, man. Well done. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you when it comes to using that, and how quickly your skills should develop with that as you harness that tool, man. I'm excited. Faisal says, do you like any of the new characters? I like a lot of them, man, but none of them to me. Well, I shouldn't say. I like a lot of them. The 2 that I really like the most, man. There's the dude who looks wicked as hell. He's got like a weird elf earpiece in. He has got like a cape. I think he looks sick. I think the the dragon maid person looking absolutely crazy. There was one other. Oh no, I think the hyena girl, or like the like German Shepherd eared person, she looks great. Yeah, I think a lot of them look wicked. I'm excited for a lot of them. It's in that kind of line of like, yeah, man, it's kind of hard to describe, but it's like, I almost feel like there's a, if I'm in a place where I don't feel invested in Genshin anymore, and it's not that I don't want to be, it's just that, like, even though I think at my core of who I am, I have an abnormality. I have a lot of faults. I'm very fucked up in a lot of ways, but I've always had an abnormal amount of, like, for instance, I don't participate in any social media, and I never have, with the exception of YouTube. I say, do you Twitter, all these things, and now we're seeing like pounds and pounds of data, which we've been seeing throughout the years. And again, I think some people can absolutely do social media and just like harness it, relax. They've become one with the symbiotic parasite, and they're kind of an ebb and flow equalizer to themselves. But I always stayed away from that because I just didn't really find I wanted it. And then there was moments again when I talked about YouTube where I was subscribed to a lot of like negative channels, which always like critiqued everybody, but it was really just them shitting on everyone all the time and getting mad. And I unsubscribed to all those channels because I felt like maybe that's a bad idea. And I've heard advice, basically people saying, do that, unsubscribe to those channels and see how you feel. Bookmark other channels in case you feel no different, and then you can just go back to what you were feeling. But no, I found when I got rid of all the excessively toxic and like constantly just never looking at any sort of solution, just ripping things apart, that takes a toll on you subconsciously. It kind of like made me feel less excited, less fun, less enjoyable about my surroundings. I think you should still look into the eye of the abyss on occasion, the criticism, but never to the point where it's just degrading your actual hope in the world and your ability to want to engage with it. Anyways, the reason why I say that in regards to Genshin is because I feel like, even though I think it'd be probably clever, like I can see that in Genshin right now, I feel like a lot of content creators have kind of just stopped doing it to some extent. I think a part of it is that all of them are kind of in the same boat, and a part of me like says, oh, when people start to like ease up on their grab of a community, it's not like the community disappears. It's just that they want different content they want to keep being provided for. So I probably should go in and delve into that. But me personally, I can't, like, it feels like investing in Genshin feels like the wrong move. And not on like a fun, or like a business level, I should say. Because it's clearly good a business option, like I was trying to say there, with the content creators, all that stuff. But to me, it just feels like a weird investment to invest in. And maybe it's because for 3 times in a row of like, here's a new place, you play it, you'll love it, it's interesting, it's gorgeous, the characters are fun. But then we get to like a couple months in, and there's nothing else to do besides, you know, the chests and quests that we've done all up to that point. And the story's beautiful. The events can be fun for a good bit, but it makes me feel like I don't want to invest or bet on the horse. You know what I mean? And I would love to, like, a part of me wishes I could just like turn off my brain and just say, just do it, accept it. You know, just have fun with what you can. But there's something in my head that says this is not a good investment. This is not a good bet. Like, why are you caring about someone who you do not want to go in the same direction as? It's almost like being in a relationship with somebody in which you want to have a family, you want kids, and the person is adamant about never wanting kids ever ever, and you're like, are you willing to accept that you will never have kids and like have a family and be able to teach them things, etc.? If you can, then yeah, absolutely, bite that bullet, jump in. You're made, you can, like, yeah. But oftentimes it's a bigger issue than that. You're like, no, this is important to me. I kind of need this. So it's probably a bad idea to stay invested in this person, and instead I probably should look for people who I can and get the same love and hope from, and interest in, and pursue that. But yeah, again, I still think Genshin's a great game. It's a great value proposition. Again, it's just for a person who wants something more from a game. I personally have felt that from a game like Tower of Fantasy, from a game that's also just different enough to give me some spice to my life as well, like Cult of the Lamb, and things like that. But yeah, again, I'm still very excited for the characters to come, but I don't have any desire that, like, ooh, I'm going to get them because I'm going to be able to do X, Y with them. Like, there's that piece is missing. Like the reason for why you want something isn't there for me. because I don't think I'm gonna be. I every time I try to put myself into future space, I'm thinking I'm gonna love this DLC. I'm gonna love this new elf world. But then what happens in a couple months? You know, what happens when I feel like, okay, there's nothing to do, and yeah, or what happens when I'm like, I do all my events and I look and there's nothing else to do, and I'm like, well, I guess I could just go watch anime, and that works for some people. But yeah, and like instead of being like, oh, I have this new character, I cannot wait to use them. You know, there's an event going on. There's my crew that I gotta take care of. There's these world bosses that I could grind keys for. Like, if anything, the game I'm kind of referring to right now is Tower Fantasy. Tower Fantasy almost has too much stuff, which is a wonderful problem to have. Yeah, like I am still chipping away, and I'm like losing probably progression, which is not great. But it's because I'm actually like, I think I have the Genshin mindset of like, don't consume too fast, and Tower Fantasy is like, no, you can consume if you want. You don't need, you're not like you're eventually going to get to where everyone else is going to get. We've kind of put buffers on shit, but you can consume as much as you want. You may just slow down and think you're going farther, but if you want, you can. And Genshin doesn't necessarily have that. But again, as not to diminish Genshin, again, maybe Genshin seems like it just has no interest in doing or pursuing any of that, which is okay. You know? Yeah, also, can I just jump on this? Or do I? No, I didn't mean to do that. How much ground do you think we can make with this? Jump? Maybe a little bit. I think they give him a Staff of Homa in Trout. Really? They didn't give him the thing? Oh, I thought they get the one thing. They gave him his iconic one spear. Losing says, Grin, have you seen the next batch of characters? No, I haven't. Not on Twitter. Actually, probably should go look at that. Yeah, give me a sec. We'll go look at that. That'd be fun. I gotta pull it up. Give me a second. I don't want to log in. Stop it. Stop it. Whatever. It's gonna yell at me to log in. Where is the characters? I'm scrolling. Oh, are you shitting me? Social media sites suck. You start scrolling through a feed and they're like, you have to log in, idiot. And I'm like, fuck you. I am logged in, you rat. Anyways, we'll do this. We'll open up my thing. Boop, 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 boo, doo, doo, doo. Where is it? Where is it? Scroll, 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 scroll. I did see some people pop off about it. Like, oh my god, these new characters. And I'm like, cute. Again, I can't describe it. I was like, I know, like, I love the design aspect of it, and when we look at them, I'm gonna be like, ooh, goddamn, yeah, like, ooh, goddamn, that she looks great. Yeah, then she's confirmed now. We knew she was coming. We know he's coming too. Oh shit, she has a shield and a battle axe. God damn. That's a different combo then, eh? Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna open up these in a separate image tab. Make it even more complicated for myself. We'll do this. I know this is the one that Fluff desperately wanted to get, and I think I don't know if Fluff was prepared to wish for him or what. Yeah. We're good. Okay. These are the characters. Level 11. Here we go. All right. But actually, we're not gonna do F11 because we can't. I just have to see my stuff. It's fine. Actually, I don't like that. Let's do F11 in moments. Oh no! Look at this. Pull up my chat. There we go. Oh, also, Crazy says, Grin, Tales of BI Thoughts? Oh, you mean Tales of the Borderlands? Oh no, I'm excited, man. Yeah. To me, I'm excited, but I'm also I'm a little bit. I may just be a vengeful fuck, honestly. That might be a problem with me, but like for me, in the state in which they've left Wonderlands, I wanted to kind of make a video about it, but I also kind of didn't. But it was a game, like I wanted to make a video of going down the first week of potential that we were all talking about. Like, dude, do you remember in Wonderland that what if we could do crazy things like you know how the overworld, what if there was a special event in which you had to run through the tall grass, do those events, and that event dropped 1 legendary. If they just kept 5 and they sprinkled those out throughout a couple events in the overworld that everyone got to participate in, not just like season pass holders, stuff like that. We talked about like if they had a shield thing, all the cool events they could do, and then none of it. They kind of like the potential just kind of seemingly thrown away. And it's funny because I just don't think they were expecting Wonderlands to be nearly as successful as it was. But anyways, I'm kind of like, as much as I am excited for the Tales series, a part of me is kind of like frustrated with Gearbox to the point where I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, you know. And I'm sure the Tales series has always been wonderful, and it's not made by necessarily Gearbox. And not that Gearbox is even bad at making games. It's just it's a frustration in the best sense, which is like a frustration of lost potential. The base game of Wonderlands is very fun, but for people who wanted more from it, it fell short for, I think, a lot of people, including myself. Fluff says, so I thought, so I didn't have that bug when I got that mission, and I think I know what is happening. What's happening? There's supposed to be an enemy that comes in from the front side of the church before you go over to the graveyard, and then you go inside to finish off. Might need to load a prior save / restart mission. Yeah, no, I've restarted the entire mission, Fluff. It's basically I go in there, everyone's dead. I go in through the ceiling, I drop down. And basically, we don't get hit, like, no enemies in the area. It just spawns all the enemies to the right. And then there's instances where they just don't spawn in. So it might just be an instance where I have to keep rolling the dice over and over again. But it's a long mission to do. You have to, if you restart that whole mission, you can't restart a little checkpoint. That doesn't do it. I did that thousands of times. You have to restart the whole mission. You have to go and, like, do the whole mission from the start. Like, there's no like, even if you save quit and that may like re-instance it, you have to still do the whole mission again. So like I ran it like over and over and over again, and I did like the weird drift sequence, the jumping over hills sequence, which is actually very fun, but it broke. So like to me, I'm kind of like I don't want to fucking despise this game, and I'm getting real close to like just the how the fuck did this get out? How the fuck did this launch? What is going on? I can't even play it, and I'm just getting more agitated, vengeful asshole, like I said. To where I'm just like, I probably should wait until they patch it, just so I don't have an absolutely egregious experience. But also, I don't know if it's just me. Given the fact that people gave it 3s, maybe it's not just me. But then again, I see other content creators just coasting, so maybe it's not, I don't know. Maybe I need to reinstall it. That'd probably be the last choice I do. But geez. But then I heard a lot of people say that it like locked up on them too. So yeah. Ooh, Lone Singer says, my copy of Saints Row now will be coming in the mail tomorrow. Ooh, hopefully it's crisp. I heard better things from console users. So I heard that's more stable. So yeah. Lone Singer says, Sino looks so cool, though. I have seen him with Cryo. Is a 5-star Razor going around? Wait, what? Who's that? Which one? I should have kept the names on the screen. Who is Sino? Who's that? Max says, yeah, I've heard the same. Crino, I think, will scale off EMs, so some way, and the Electro polearm user, Nilo, the red-headed lady with horn. Okay, the Hydro sword user will fighting style like Eula. Oh, okay. Interesting, Lone Syndicate. I spent the whole summer last year grinding up primos for Albedo and Garu. I wound up getting both, but just barely. You know how I get Itto for my yeah, it's true. Faisal says, it's understandable, do what you like. Yeah, again, to me, again, I don't want to be so rigid and say like I'll never play a Genshin again, but to me I feel super conflicted basically. It's not like I don't have a fun time playing it. It's just there's something in my head that's like, you know where the story ends, man. You know where this story ends, and I'm just like, shut up. I'm enjoying it, but then also I'm like, I have the option of Tower Fantasy right now, which I like a lot. But yeah. Love says, I'm glad Tower Fantasy has so many active activities and don't require vitality resin. Yeah. But Genshin definitely has plenty of story I've yet to do. But I'm tired of one-time limited stuff that features characters. Yeah. That I like. Yeah, I barely have any wishes. Oh no. It says, I can tell my passion for Genshin has gone down quite a bit. But today, I was in the mood to play some Genshin. Like, I did some story, some world quests, and I tried out the Dendro reactions and did Spiral Abyss. Yeah, no, see, like, that to me, again, it's not like there's not a really solid argument for, like Genshin being a really good game. Like, it's free. You don't have to spend any money in it. You can do your dailies. Like, it can be a good hours of fun, and it keeps having like these resurgence of renaissance feeling of introduction and like jumping back into it. It's a good game, but it's just not the game that I want to bet on because it hasn't given me what I've wanted for such a long time. It's not that I haven't had fun. It's just that I've had fun for 10 minutes, you know. And yeah, and it feels like I maybe it's because I don't have enough going on in my life that I feel successful in. But I deeply crave a game in which I can achieve things and I can like feel like it's meaningfully done. You know. What's good, Bolty? Bolty, we'll be playing a Tower Fantasy tomorrow to grind up all those things. Though I think you've just been grinding on your time, which I've been doing a little bit on my time too. But yes. So which one is this? What's this one? Is this her? Sino? So Sino is supposed to be like Razor? Is this Sino? I'm probably not saying it right, but you know what I mean. This person?
The sweet, sweet taste of victory.
Shadowcat says, I'm saddened to hear about Saints Row not coming out in a good state. I like this. Me too, man. That's the thing, Shadowcat. I love the series. I love the series a lot. And I feel like I like it. Like, I think I like it. It's just, to me, and maybe it's just my specific instance of the game was broken. No, that's Candace. Okay, so this is Candace. Candace looking goddamn clean. The Egyptian metal looking awesome. Fantastic. Can't wait to actually get to that whole world. Let's do this. Okay, so who's this one? She's like is she a 5-star as well? Because those fuckers sometimes sprinkle in 4 stars amongst us. All right, and that's nothing wrong with that. But yes, who is this one? I think we've known about her for a hot minute.
Want to know what's on this beetle's diet? Sweat and tears. That's what. That's how it
No, she's a 5-star. The fluff says that's Noelle. Okay, or Nilu. For gameplay leaks, definitely a 5. Okay. She's not the Razor one, right? No. So the Razor one is not in this link dump. It's just like foreshadowed. Is that what it is? Because you mentioned Razor, I'm gonna fucking start drooling at the mouth. Okay, so is this the one? Is this the Razor replacement? He looks clean. This is the one the Fluff wants the most. I remember Fluff at the very beginning of the game, he's just like, mine! That one! I'm not sure if it still stays, if the character's design still, not checks the boxes, or if albedos and such have dominated that because, at the time, maybe didn't see that. Okay, so this is him. Yeah, that's Sino. Okay, so Sino is supposed to be a Razor copy. In what way, may I ask? Bolty says, sadly, I gotta study the next day. But after that, I'll be grinding anytime. Yeah, we'll probably also be grinding on Sunday as well. Although I need to probably grind all my other things. So tomorrow it might be a mix of like quickly doing some world bosses. Then like I need you guys to come take care of me a little bit. I've been really neglecting like the team compatibility things. And also I need to dedicate some time to like just learning how to get stronger in that game, which is probably the main question. Yes, maybe at the end of the stream I'll ramble at you guys for like some Tower Fantasy people who have a hive mind of knowledge about 2 questions. Prime your brain now. One of the videos I want to make is how to get stronger, or how to get stronger in Tower Fantasy. What are all the metrics that you can become stronger in? I think you guys have sent me videos like that before. In the time of all the things happening, I haven't been able to watch them, so I've lost them probably. But I can find that out. But the thing I'm kind of debating on whether I should make a video of is there's a new character coming down the line, the one who's Frigga, I think or Frigg. I wanted to do a video of like, should you pull for this character kind of thing, where we go over the gameplay, we go over what she could do, we go over what she could be good at. I can't play her, I can't pull her, but I could use gameplay that they've released and kind of extrapolate on there and kind of have that video that I think people would want to see, especially before she comes out. I don't know Frigg. Yeah, I don't know when she's coming out though. How many days away is until Frigg, or is she out right now? I'm crazy. She might be out right now. But in the future, that's something we could do. She's a belly dancer themed, pretty cute, fun, with a sword. Okay. He's the Razor 2.0. Yep, 5-star. She is the one-handed sword user, scale of HP. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha. That's the one person, the one with the horns. Yep, that's him. Just so happy the orange gem wasn't a fire vision. Yeah, it's true. His burst activates an electro claw with cool combo strings. Okay, this makes things complicated. Do we pull for him or the Dendro Archon? We have two things that we've given ourselves as like a scaling metric. One is monster meta. He would count. He is kind of like an Anubis type thing. Oh, that's not right. Something. Not Anubis. Ra? No, that's not right. Maybe it's Anubis. Yeah, it's Anubis. It's like the Grim Reaper of Egypt. Anyways, and then so that's monster meta. That would work. Or the God meta, which is, the Dendro Archon, which will probably be infinitely better than him, but also monster meta. I'm not sure yet, but very cute, very cool, very excited. I don't know what I'll do. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I probably will try to be careful as well. I'll probably try to like monitor what is efficient and decent. But yeah. His burst activates electro claws. He has huge electro claws that attack fat. Ooh. Does a few claws, slashes, and finishes with a big electro spear throw. Son of a bitch. Is it like Razor, which is like a roaming super, or is it not quite that? Am I going the wrong way? No, it's over there. She's up here a little more.
Can't catch me.
September 1st. Okay, I still have time. Actually, maybe not. It's probably like Monday or Tuesday, probably. I get if I'm quick about it, maybe. It's a roaming super. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, then maybe we'll see. We'll have to see. Hopefully, it's strong. If it's not strong, it's Electro also. No, it's Is it Dendro or Electro? Is it Electro? I forgot what the vision looked like. Is it Dendro or is it Electro? I can't get it because. Are you still in my world, Max? Thank you, Max. Oh, I gotta go with the whole thing. No, version highlight, no. Co-op mode. Single player mode, go. Or as a fighter game, in fighter game terms, an instanced super. Okay. Thank you, Max. He's Electro. He's Electro. I don't know. Electro. I mean, he's literally exactly like Razor then, but at the same time, Electro did me dirt. They need to scale his ass like crazy. Also, I have so many roaming super ones. They're also my favorite ability, though. We'll see. We'll see. He's pretty fabled though. He's been in the trailers for God's sakes. Then again, that doesn't mean anything. Child is okay. Or I'd say he's okay. I feel like there was a weird era where people were like, Child's God, and I'm like, you guys just like your boy, okay? Which is fine, but don't be saying bullshittery, okay? I feel like that was a time in Genshin where now that we've got some characters, now there's Ayato and shit like that. People have gotten a little bit quieter about your boy, but there was a time when you get just lashed for saying a child just kind of okay. He is a beast. So basically, you've seen the leaks gameplay and shit. Is he crack? What does he scale off of? What makes him insane? Or is it just like he looks so dope? Because I get that too. Sino has been teased similar to Ayato, so it's hard to say how good he'll actually be. But with Dendro, it should be very. Yeah, I know, which is also like the problem as well. Part of me is like, ooh, well, like again, the choices right now to me. There are three characters that I'm mainly considering. I'll be honest. One of them is the elf dude, who's like he has like a fairy, what is it called? Cape, fairy cape. He just looks really cool. I like his design a lot. And then there's the this guy who's Razor, which I actually didn't even think I was interested in until you guys were telling me about him. But then there's the Dendro Archon. I think the Dendro Archon probably would be the best choice because it's just kind of like a renowned thing that it's like, yeah. Those are like the least probability of being undercooked, usually. So I'm kind of like, ooh, but also, I have a lot of main DPSs, so that's what he is, and yeah. There's a smart choice, and then there's a choice for the heart, and I don't know which one it is. Although I think I would like both. I know a lot of people are shitting on like like the fucking Dendro design. That also surprised me when that was happening in the Dendro. And because I always keep my ear on the Genshin community because I do still like the game, and it's kind of like how I feel about Warframe, where I like it a lot, but it's just I don't have time to play it to be honest. But yeah, people got really upset with the Dendro Archon's look, and I'm like, we've had chibi characters since the beginning. Like, what do we do? What? Like, you want every character to be that or this? Like, it makes sense that they're also, if there's ever an example for like a god to possess a form of a weird like kid, it's a god. It's a god. It's weirder when there's like a fucking cat that's 1 billion years old that's just like, fuck it, I don't age. And you're like, what? Weird, okay. But yeah. Oh, so what a little cute little tiny pint size. Oh, never mind. It was just in the hole. Okay. Electro, but with the new Dendro Electro reactions can make Electro hit like it's true. I've seen some crazy shit like that too. I wonder how my Razor is then, because my Razor is triple crowned. So we'll see. We won't actually. We won't see, but we can think about it. Shit. Sino has teased. Faces says, "Yup, my Raiden hits now even harder." Ooh, yeah, because like Electro basically is Electro and Dendro are the ones that like really harmonize. It seems like water and that stuff can kind of get by, but it's not like Electro and Dendro seems to be like it sets off the limiter for elemental reactions, which is good. Could only imagine how that sequences with the insanity of Kazuha, who also is just increasing your base scaling damage for elemental, you know. Fluff says Ayaka, as in the Kamisato sister. Yeah. So Ayato, yeah, Ayaka, yeah, for as the same thing. Lone Seeker says GRINN. Don't forget the Shogun, the Electro God. That in my opinion, child, was never fun to play. Ayato is a better version of Child. Yeah, that's true. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. I feel like Ayato is a much better version of Child. She got like giant sweeping attacks. Yeah. Basis says no, his damage is pretty good like it. Okay. I mean, do I want probably. Yeah, you guys are not helping me. You guys are just making me more divided. I was like, hey, Dendro seems like the smartest choice. And then y'all are like, but one of your favorite characters is actually what's his goddamn name? Oh, did you say Ito or I? Yeah, you said Ito. Yeah, Ito. And I'm like, great. He's similar, great. Dendro Archon is coming in 3.2, I think. Okay, so again, because I'm not going to be playing a lot, I don't think I can play like be whimsical and be like, I'm going to get this and that. I didn't even complete the last event, man. That sucks. I wanted to see Official's whole story, but I never got to finish it because there was just too much happening. I was trying to read that book because I knew there was so much coming. So I was like, okay, I guess we'll read. I guess I'll try to like wrap that up. And then we started playing Tower Fantasy, and I just thought, I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Again, I will say Tower Fantasy doesn't have stuff like this just yet. These like beautiful scenery, the coloring, etc. Although Genshin has $1 bazillion to put behind it, and Tower Fantasy does not yet have that. Although I think now it does. I think it's probably made a good bit of money. Fluff says, Dendro Archon is the best designed for the short ladies. I agree. I think she looks again, she looks like a weird. It depends on what her character is. I feel like that would make it weird. Like, I think it'd be cool if she was like the definition of like life, you know, like a child that's very happy and bright, you know, whereas a Chi-Chi is the definition of like gloomy and death and like hello kind of thing. I hope the Archon is like just childlike and kind enough to kind of have that spirit, you know. Also, what a beautiful thing. Golly. But there's nothing in here, just scenery. But still, imagine introing a video like this, just looking clean as hell. Framing that shit up. Genshin took off for me, man. This is what I would be doing for hours. Let's do this. No, I fucked it up. No, go over here. Turn off on again. Why are you fighting me? Why are you fighting me? So there's no way to really adjust. Let's just not go blurry. Let's just lock it in like that. Lock it like that. God damn it. There. I forgot I was on the right side. The left side. Let's get this. Dendro Archon is coming in 3. Dendro Archon is one of the best designed leads. Again, Fluff says Genshin does have a knack for very pretty characters. I agree. With that being said, though, man, I agree, but I also disagree. Like, I maybe like you're out. My brain's being competitive for no reason. I would always compare like the 2 design characters for Genshin and of course Tower Fantasy, which you didn't say. Sorry, just my head. Because I think that's a good comparison point. But yeah, to me, I think one of my favorite design characters, even out of the lot of characters in Genshin, is the well, there's 2. I think the character that looks like the character in Tower Fantasy that's, I can't think of her name, but she's basically like Klee. Where she's like covered in bandages, she's got a little hoodie on, she's like a bunny. I love that design. I think that's super cute, and also to me, like, a lot of the characters in Genshin don't, in my opinion, don't necessarily echo a story. You know, like besides Itto, who's like, he's an Oni, that makes sense. But if I look at Hu Tao, I don't necessarily immediately think, oh, she works at a morgue, you know, or like she's a very jovial morgue cemetery person. I don't connect that yet, you know? Whereas in Tower Fantasy, this little girl who's covered in gauze and like has this weird like synthetic cord coming out of her, essentially. And like she's wearing a little cute hat and etc. I'm like, oh no, I can completely extrapolate on all of your shit of like, you know, you're experimented on, you were a kid, are you a synth, are you a robot? I don't know, but I'm still interested and I can extrapolate all that data. Also, Lyra, I think, I'm not sure that's how you're saying her name, but her look to me is the best out of all of the looks of characters that I've seen with Genshin combined. I think Lyra to me just like, it's like, what would you do if you could make one of the coolest designed characters ever, which is Rosaria, but what if you can make her even better looking? And that's her. Lyra looks so good. If you haven't seen her, Google that really quick. Tower Fantasy, Lyra. I think maybe it's spelled like Laura Croft, but I'm not sure. But yeah, she looks so good. She's like basically like a techno. What's the female equivalent of a priest? Nun. She's like a techno nun with all dark, like just look great. So to me, I find that to be a little bit more like, ooh, you know. Also, you fucking short queen over here. Also, yeah, you're like Itto's bestie, right? Yeah. This is fucking crazy good design. Let's do this. I forgot you were not anything. Booty says, for Tower Fantasy, you also have to consider 3 stars. It's true. Yeah, also, it's also the fact that, like, in Tower Fantasy, you also have a fucking crazy weapon pool. You know what I mean? Like, where, like, as much as I'm sure that the one guy is wicked as fuck, like, you summon a spear wolf and you start razor slashing people, that's probably going to be wicked. But in Tower Fantasy, you literally have like again, Lyra. She's just like a person who's like a nun, but then she summons giant fucking mechanical arms in which she just starts boxing and throwing down like a rock'em sock'em robot. You know what I mean? And then that Klee person basically summons forth this like robot tentacle from underneath her back, it looks like, underneath her hoodie, and then it just starts fucking laser gatling hitting everybody. And then she can throw a bunny that like sucks in people like a black hole. And then she could also like just decimate a giant area with a ton of like electric laser probes, all coming from this weird like connected gross robot that's maybe keeping her alive or something. It's just weird enough to where I'm like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I love Genshin, but I'm just like, Genshin, you get a big sword, tiny sword, maybe bow, spear, book / variation of cube book, and yeah, and Tower Fantasy is just like, but what if we just blitzkrieged all of this, you know? Again, it's not to say that one is better than the other. I just think that like, I don't think people talk about that enough, of how cool the characters look in Tower Fantasy. They like, especially with their weapons being so freakishly different, and they're not constricted by like, this weapon's in this archetype of weapon, you know. It's just kind of like, meh. It's like, no, we can make whatever we want. We could make a weapon that shoots spuds. You know, fucking who cares? There's no category here, bud. It's a weapon. It could heal. It could kill. Who knows? It could be a spear. Could be adjacent. It could not be. Also, what is this about up here, Lone Syndicate? The new Hydra Resonance is good. Yeah, I know, 25% HP. That was really cool. I seen that too, Lone Syndicate. That's awesome. Yeah, especially for Yurika Komi's probably gonna be slapping. Lone Syndicate says official story was great. Her coming to face with her self-doubt. That she. Yeah, I know. I got. There's probably a bunch of Let's Plays of it. I'll probably eventually go back and watch it because that was one of the ones where it just seemed like good. Again, that's one of the things that, to me, Tower of Fantasy, like if I've been doing a lot of like, I'm in love with Tower of Fantasy. One thing that Genshin does incredibly well is genuinely make you resonate with characters. And I think as they've had time to develop it, they've just gotten better at it. Like with the official quest, specifically just like tiny things like Xinyan. Xinyan is like one of my favorite characters in the game, and I hate her abilities so badly. But she's just so well made. Like her, every time she's on screen, she's nothing but positive. She's very like maternal and kind, and she's very like a good friend. Same thing with Kazuha. Like they're so good at making characters, especially at this point. I think also I think they've kind of. You guys will have to tell me this who have been experiencing the story because I've taken a step back from it. But it seems like I think Genshin is realizing that I think a lot of the things that resonate with an audience and make you feel invested in a story is the simplicity of unraveling a character and seeing what that character that you already have a built-in vested interest in, what they do, and how what they do can make you feel even more love for them. Rather than being like, oh my god, there's a sea serpent that's gonna envelop the fucking world. Panic! Instead, it's like, well, what if we spend a long time with this character who's like hoisting a giant fucking artifact on her arms, like some sort of Hulk figure, and then just like eviscerating the world, you know? What about that? Or like, what if we spend a whole event with Xinyan official and the gang just kind of having a very fun time? But the thing I think makes me worried that Mihoyo maybe doesn't know all that how good that is and how much I think that really resonates with the character or the community, is that they don't keep it in the game permanently. And that's like absolutely the stuff that I think if you were to categorize what people's favorite moment of connection and resonance with a story, it would be those moments. It'd be the Xinyan hangouts. It'd be the official hangouts. It would be the moment where we hanged out with Mona for a long time, trying to piece together Scaramuche's weirdness. Like that would be the moments where people genuinely like articulate, and all those are gone in the game. They don't exist anymore. Also, they don't come back. So yeah, and maybe that's Mihoyo's greatest strength. They're like, no, that's the best definition of FOMO because it literally leaves. It's not like a fake out. It genuinely would be gone. So you have to play now. But I feel like people don't know that the depth of what fear of missing out does is it makes you eventually, when you do opt out, you don't have any interest in coming back because you're like, if I go back in, I know I'm gonna go back in. Yeah, like I feel like right now, if I would have known that there'd be like content aggregating over time, and we could dedicate like a time, like right now, if I could dedicate some time to giving Tower Fantasy some love and Saints Row, maybe if that was just coming out, maybe Cult of the Lamb, if I could dedicate like a month to just grinding out that game, seeing if we can create an audience for that game, seeing if we can make people happy in that community. And then I would know that, oh my god, dude, I'm so excited because we're going to be able to come back to Genshin and have so much stuff to play and it just be a fucking blast. Like how fun and cool that will be. But instead we can't. So I'm kind of like, well, Genshin is forever in that place of like, well, I know I feel like a feeling of I don't want to jump back in the pond. Like it almost creates the opposite effect of what FOMO originally does. Do you guys resonate in that anyway, or are you guys always feeling like, no, I always feel like I kind of feel like I should get back because yeah, but I feel like it's just the nature of the beast where eventually you'll start seeing the blood in the water and you'll be like, I don't want to feel rushed. I don't want to like feel like I have to participate in something in a given time period because yeah, especially when there's other options. Like FOMO I think dissolves very quickly when there's other things that are equally interesting to play. Yeah, and I think the idea is that FOMO will always produce the feeling of like, oh well, no, they'll play yours first and then they'll play the other thing later, and it's like, well, not if all of the time like everything is constantly retreating, you know, like all this stuff is constantly not there. I was like, god damn it, I gotta go think. Yeah. Also, yeah, we got time. Yeah. By the way, they fixed Ayaka and Mona's movement. Oh, really? How so? How so, Faceless? I heard people say that, like, finally, did they just say, like, nah, fuck it, there's no delay, nothing. It's just, like, literally combusting and you're reappearing. Melissa said, did you spend your resin? I didn't yet. We probably should do that. I was wondering why you were following me. That's probably why. Which one is the Dendro? What do these do? I haven't looked. That is a whole ass quest or whole ass name. Does it not tell you what? Oh, this is a craftable material. Let's go get some artifacts because I might get the Dendro Arcana. I'd imagine she'd use her artifacts. Maybe. Yeah, we'll navigate over there. I would assume that's the Dendro. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, maybe not. Oh no, it's all the way fuck over here. Oh, it's not that bad. Okay, it's right there. Okay, we can spawn over here and get cooking. Yeah, I have a full bunch of. I should go condense my resin. God damn it. What is good, Beastie? My boy, how are you? Ba, 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 ba. Let's go here. Also, yeah, one thing I can't stress enough is also like Albedo, like the Albedo event where you're just like BFFs with Albedo, helping him figure shit out. That to me is up there for one of my like most favorite moments. The moment where like we came together in leeway to fight off a demon thing, whatever it was, sea serpent. It was okay. It's cool, but it's not the things that I remember. I think, God, I love that character. Why do I like Albedo so much? Those moments, you know. And the fact that I didn't have time to do the official quest, and then I'm kind of like shit out of that. It's kind of like, well, that seems like a waste, you know. Like, God damn it. I haven't done my dailies yet. Disgusting. Absolutely abysmal. Sloppy. Let me catch up on chat. I'm letting it run away from me. Fluff says Vera and Miria will look significantly more interesting, and it seems to be coming soon for Tower Fan. Yeah. Also, sorry, Lucy, I didn't see your message just yet. I didn't spell my resume. It was good tip, a good update on to do something in the game. Although I was enjoying just running around the new world with it. It was beautiful. Fluff says, I really like the aesthetic of Tower Fantasy, but I'd say majority of Genshin characters are aesthetically more appealing. Yeah, I guess I would disagree a little bit. I don't feel that way. It's not that I feel like I don't disagree that like the Genshin characters are gorgeous. To me, I don't think I would determine them to be better looking. I think that'd be, well, I guess they're kind of different also because Tower Fantasy goes for more of a techno vibe. But no, again, just because of the Lyra to me is so significantly more cool looking than most of the female characters in the game. Same thing with like the Klee character is so much more cool of extrapolating like story based on this character's design and experience. I like a lot, but yeah. But I think they're probably like I wouldn't put one above the other. I guess I put them probably the same. But that's me. I Fluff is entitled to see the characters how we want to see. You know, TF2 Tower Fantasy is similar roster with the best characters. Aesthetically stands out too much more to me, and more than 2.0 SSRs look significantly more interesting. Yeah, maybe that's part of it too. Is the next batch is gonna look more crazy because right now they're still kind of like, yeah, I would agree with that. No, even still, even like the dude who is like Zero is whatever his name is, he's fucking insane looking. You know, like I like his design too a lot. Bodhi says Tower Fantasy has also considered the three-sword look. Yeah. The weapon in Tower Fantasy are very unique and compared to but then again, character creator also creates a very nice. Yeah, I know you got plenty of options. I see that person, man. I gotta. There's so much to do in Tower Fantasy. I still gotta get like maybe a person look all nice and shit, look clean. I seen a person that had like a crazy looking character, but also he's a whale. So I'm like, how much of that am I gonna be able to obtain? You know what I mean? Tower Fantasy swiftly ditched the copycat syndrome of having the same weapon types as Genshin. Yeah, I'm happy. That was a big dick move. That was a fucking solid. Max says, yeah, 2.7 quest in Yulaine and Xiao was fantastic, but anyone that gets into the game will never be able to experience it. Yeah. Tower Fantasy has the difference the difference of being an MMO that exists for almost a whole year before global. So we know a lot of what is coming, and it's not leaks, just questions of what order we get. Yeah, I know. Everyone was saying that we were gonna get what's her name, Cobalt B, but it turns out we're not. And I was like, okay. It was kind of like, I kind of was hoping I could spend on but also I don't have that much. So in hindsight, it's for the best. It's a new character I don't want, Frigg. I shouldn't say I don't want. I out of all the options, I would choose to get the other ones. You know, not that she's not gonna be great. She looks like a Virgil, and I love Virgil, but yes, not as much as like, you know, the other characters I've mentioned. But also, does this mean that we have a potential to get like little explosive Klee person? I gotta remember names. Her, experiment girl, whatever, or Lyra. I don't know. I would hope so. That'd be great. I'd be absolutely juiced if that's the case. I could just get my characters early. I don't know if that's probably how it's gonna work. I feel like they're probably gonna be like, let's not, because those are pretty like. I think we're still in the pattern of the game where we're slowly trickling out characters that are not too crazy. Like yeah, like there's like, this person has a katana, this person has a spear, this person has a spear wand thing, and I'm like, okay, this person has a shield axe shield, but it's not like this person has giga fucking what is it called, rock'em sock'em arms, or this person doesn't have anything really. They have like a little connected robot that just summons forth a bunch of death, and you're like, oh, when is that happening? This person has a shotgun user, but it's not a shotgun. It's like a machine gun AoE explosive ordnate person. And there's no cap on it. It's just constant AoE brah, 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 all the time. And you're like, okay, yes, yes. Sai want Saki Fawa. What? Oh, I want Saki. Who's that? What's that about? I think one of these Sunday streams, maybe not this one, because we got shit to talk about. Gamescom, talk about this Saturday. Sorry, Saturday. We got tons of stuff to talk about. Can't wait to talk to you guys about that. It's such a fucking amazing future, because we were going wild there. I was like, there's not a lot coming out. But no. What do you call it? I want to talk to you guys about Gamescom this Saturday. But next Saturday, I would like to go through the entire character roster of that game of Tower Fantasy. Just see. Maybe try to commit the names to memory in some way. I sure will rock this. Actually, I'll rock my Bennett. My Bennett. Also, before we start this, let me catch up on stream, because I'm kind of letting you chat go away from me because I keep rambling. But BC says, hey, perfect timing. Also, I just finished watching the video and the stream auto-played. I'm up. Nice! Like, watching a video or one of my videos? Probably a video. Fluff says, an IC official is still writing for the item description. Yeah, the big thing too with Tower Fantasy, we won't have to worry about leaks because it's already been out for ages in CN. Yeah, but there's still like CN leaks, so like there is still. Oh, I get. Yeah, that is kind of stupid though. I guess we shouldn't look at like CN leaks because it's literally like a year away. It's not like, hey, maybe next week, next month, next patch. It's like no, no, stop it. Lone Singer says, at that point where I didn't even finish most events because they even leave, and I'm at the point where I get the rewards, look up the story online, and then I feel, yeah, that's brutal, but yeah, that's a bad sign, but yeah. Flip says, yeah, my brother plays Genshin a lot more than I do. I didn't fully complete the latest events, opting to just focus on getting the rewards he wanted and switched gears to Tower Fantasy. Yeah, man. I think a lot of people who are like, hey, I don't know, but I don't know, man. There was a weird bunch of people who were like hell-bent on Tower Fantasy being like not good. Like just fucking, and it's not perfect, but like, I don't know, like Tower Fantasy is not hurting anybody. You know what I mean? But people were like, it's fucking the worst. Like, why? But he says, I want to say something on the Discord, but Fluff beat me to it. What was it? I think global is process of catching up to CN version, so they'll spend us along 2.0. So we're only a couple of versions. Yeah, I was about to say, is the plan to catch up eventually? Max says, I feel like the main reason Genshin characters seem more visually appealing to me because of the art style between Tower Fantasy and Genshin are very yeah, it's true. Fantasy versus like a technological future, kind of punk rock future kind of thing. Punk future, I guess you'd call it. Yeah. I get that. I also wonder if the gap is ever. I feel like Tower Fantasy will bridge that gap fast. I feel like Genshin's gonna be like, let's stay with the lore. You know, we got Aloy, but like she's just kind of still looking like she can fit. Whereas think Tower Fantasy, like, you want an elf? You want what, pointy ears? Okay, you want a dog person with ear? Got you. Just wait. I feel like Tower Fantasy does not give a fuck. It's about whatever people want, and they'll go. It may be like you'll get some robot floppy ears, but you'll still get ears, you know? Alright, let's jump back in game. Let's do it. Woo. Oh, using the new Dendro Archon. Let's go. Ooh, and Raiden Shogun. Can't wait to see what this looks like. Fluff says Ruby might be next if they open to focus on 2.0 SSRs. I just don't know if we'll have Claudia or Cobalt B simply added in the standard pool later, or we get a short banner for both first. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I heard people say that that was one of the cool things I think like Tower Fantasy had said that they were going to do, which is like a 6-month span, so half a year. And then they're going to put all of those characters that they pulled in that year span on the standard banner. But there is like clearly an update for those characters going there. So if you wanted to like save the shit out of your golds and wait until that was like a thing, which is not a very good odds because there's so many characters in that pool now. I wonder if they're going to retire any, or they're going to give a different banner or whatever they're going to do. They probably will just add it because they kind of still, and honestly that makes business sense, honestly. Like the idea they're like, well, we still want to make money, so how do we make money and also provide this service and value? Oh, okay, well, we could do that. We could basically make it so that like people maybe will wait to like wish on this banner, but in reality like your odds are going down because there's significantly more people in that pool. But you could do it, you know, and there's a chance you could get some of those characters. So yeah, I could see them doing that and that actually making some logical sense, as well as I think players would actually enjoy that because again, it's like, do I have a chance? Like a chance to no chance. I'd rather the chance, you know. If there's no perfect option for me, you know, I'd rather the option that gives me the most options. Opportunities, I should say. Also, I should not have spent all of my gubbins, all my resin. I forgot there was a day thing. I might burn one little cap. Max says same. Y'all want the who's Saki? Who's that? Can somebody put that in the Discord real quick so I can just see quick image, because maybe I've seen her around. Like Saki, like the Japanese drink alcohol. The art style is different, yes, but Genshin has much more consistent flow with their characters, art, and direction. Is all I mean. Yeah. I guess to me, my whole thing is I guess I don't see the desync in flow. I guess, and if it is, I think if the cost of that flow is like weird, like more drastic variability, then I kind of like. I made a joke that they're like, I think they wouldn't hesitate making an elf character or whatever. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You know, if we can get like to me, one of the things that they could do, which is really cool. I don't know if they'll do this. I have no conception of if they will do this. But like, for instance, there's a character in ZZZ, which is like literally like a dog man with like a fucking crazy like mouth bracer and shit, looks so crazy. If they were to add that to the game, to me, like that would be like a step in the right direction in terms of them being like this is the usefulness of us not having like a complete flow to our character design. You know what I mean? Where like anything can possibly exist. It doesn't necessarily have to make the most sense. Yes, it has to be somewhat within the laws of nature, but the fact that AI exists in this game, who's to say that genetically altered, like whatever XYZ people can exist as well, you know? Especially when it seems like space travel is somewhat a thing in this world, so it's kind of like, yeah. So what the hell happened there? I went invisible. Man, these people are tanky as hell. There's only 3 of them, but goddamn. Is this a new enemy type, which are like kind of like just upgraded tiny, like, you know, warrior soldiers. No, use the thing. That's my dream comp. I love a lot of the character design in Tower of Fantasy, but some of them more pretty mundane or genetic sci-fi. Yeah, no, so I can see some of them are more generic sci-fi. But also, I think that's also where, like, again, the Klee person to me looks pretty wicked in comparison to, like, Klee in the game. Well, I see, but also Klee maybe is aiming for more cuteness. I guess it's hard to say. I think it depends on what the designer of the character's intention was, you know? Saki Fawi is the Ice Dual Katana character. Tank role, has an adapt ability, base attack on tank being active. Okay, so far the info we have from the CN version hasn't been leaked either, just well into the future of global. Okay, for global. Since Tower Fantasy is an MMO, it's a similar track on the other games and eventually get a localized release with the goal to have party for easier patch cycles. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, so they're always planning to match it up. Fluff says, outside of the collaboration characters, Mark and those people, and Lynn, the rest are starting to be going to the pool eventually, at least for the rumor. Yeah. So eventually he's gonna make a standard banner. Given how special she is, understandably wise. Okay. And then others are waiting for a rerun before they clarify. Okay. Okay, perfect. It's there. I think Tower Fantasy will have far more consistency with when we get into 2.0, Vera, Mora, and the Sud Sci-Fi Cyberpunk vibe than the majority of the characters have, rather than a scrappy waste vibe. Oh yeah, no, probably that would make sense for like patch 2.3. Those will be the things that determine different archetypes, you know. Also, I think they're probably going to add to the map in some way, or like add to regions. So it would make some sense that those regions come with like you know how Genshin has the same thing as Genshin, I guess. Those, like, Genshin comes with like Dendro type looking people. In Tower Fantasy, we might have like Wastelander looking people. We might have what do you call it, Cyberpunk looking people. We might have like, you know, clean Beast Man looking people, or fucking elf people, or whatever it could be. I could see them doing that. I think that would be a strength though, that they could pop out really quick. I think Genshin is in some ways constrained by in a good way to some people. Like, some people really love immersion, you know what I mean? And other people are like, yeah, I don't know, I kind of more about like the characters and the way you can sell those characters to me and the story of those characters, which Genshin also does really well. But yeah, I think if they could compromise on that and give you a character that you genuinely feel empowered to play and is in your like niche group of the internet that makes you feel special and seen, I think that'd also be a good way to win over the community as well. Making ground. I will check out the Saki video in a minute as soon as we finish this. The Sumeru battle music is nice. Yeah. The soundtrack to Genshin has always been great, like super good. Also, I need a stand-up straight. Oh, my legs! Oh, my legs! I'm sorry. I did a hit workout on my attack bike. Holy fuck! I've never exercised cardio-wise and felt like I just plummeted. Like, I set myself up for 30 seconds on, 25 seconds off, which is actually not crazy. But the 30-second mark, as soon as I got 15 seconds in to go in full blower, just gone. I've never felt like your muscles just completely, they check out. They just stop. They just like, we can't do it. We can't do it anymore. It was gnarly, man. I've never had that experience where your body just gives up. You're like, I can't go anymore. Stop doing the hitting. I need to do the thing. 60k. Not that bad.
Now you shall perish.
Go. Oh, I fucking missed my cow.
There is no escape.
I love Ido and his cow. It's just such a cute combo. I wish there was more of that in his kit. Like, if his cow would just like follow it behind him, that'd be like perfect, you know? Also, I thought I seen somewhere where, like, in Tower of Fantasy, there's like the little tiny like helper person, AI bot. I thought she like tracked behind you, but I don't think she does that. Or maybe I have to equip it or something. I don't know. But yes, I thought there was companions in Tower Fantasy, which is also another mark on Tower Fantasy being fucking huge, massive. Oh my god. Oh god, my legs, my legs. Every day I feel my legs. Or something. I fucking saw the snake meme. I have a distant memory of it. Ba, 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 ba. Plus, we already the already stated Tower Fantasy as character creator, which I love. Yeah, the Tower Fantasy character creator is really damn good. Yeah, I haven't gotten into it yet, man. I picked a damn lady, so now I'm like, I guess I'm gonna make my cutest wife ever. But I'm also kind of like, I wanted to be a dude. All right, god damn it. Or the bad miss. Like, it was a one account. Also, I didn't realize that was the account, and I started grinding on it, and I was like, oh, because I was using a simulacrum. Because who the fuck wants to play your normal character when you don't have any cosmetics unlocked? So yeah, I really hope they unlock. But in the CN version, Fluff, do they still not have any sort of like, you can change your fucking gender, you douche, you idiot who made a mistake?
Flavor in the world,
The curse of Lady Luck.
And that's why I've never spent a single more on any of my
Bulty says, I'm off to sleep. Go get some sleep, Bulty. Thank you so much for stopping by, though. We'd love seeing you. But Max says, a lot better than I was expecting. Oh, the character creator? Yeah. Vera is supposed to 4x the size of the original map. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Not sure how accurate that is, but we shall see. Yeah, the fucking Tower Fantasy map is pretty fucking big. Well, granted, it's also nice that we can actually like traverse the map generally really fast. If you pop on your little cube or whatever you got, your mount, you can get put along really quick. Also, Dendro Traveler slaps. I see what people were saying. Dendro Travelers. Oh wow! For the first time, the Traveler actually is like notable. Sweet. Cow OP. Says Beastie. Fluff says, yeah, that's the only thing that I'm wary of for Tower Fantasy. The disparity between female and male characters. All SSRs are female, and there are only like a few dudes. Yeah. What? I feel like it's a symptom of their player base. I think they can see in the data that there's certain dudes that the character like people want to play as. Also, like the best SSR character in the East Asia servers, wherever it was called, is this like buff ass dude who could summon like a goddamn Iron Man suit, like a Hulk Buster essentially. But yeah, but it's also like a shredded dude. Like I think that's the thing. I think as Tower Fantasy develops, and I think as honestly, if I'm being, I think if as I don't have any more resin. Do you want to keep doing it, Lone Syndicate? I was gonna look at the character, but we could keep doing it a little bit if you still have resin. I don't have any more resin, but what was I was gonna say? I was kind of lost what I was saying. As Genshin maybe, like as you know, version 3.0 or whatever starts to like slowly slow down, you know, as things start to get like locked out, or as there's, you know, Chess and Quest 2.0 or something, maybe people will be like, okay, fuck it, I'll give Tower Fantasy another world, you know. Oh, they've added a new character that I'm excited that I've seen on Twitter. Okay, fuck it, I'll give it a try. And then you go, although I will say Tower Fantasy's dropping the ball where you can't test characters, or you can't test Nemesis. What the fuck are they doing? Like, what? Why? Nope, I used all my. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna check out my thing. This character.
And that's why I've never spent a single more on any of my
Where is our thing? There it is. Boop.
That's right.
We're in the Tower Fantasy chat. Oh, that's that. What is this? Do this now. Hidden plot. Oh, thank you, Bolty. I wish I would have seen that beforehand. Okay. Interesting character design. Stop it. Don't do it. Oh, fuck off. I closed Chrome. Now I gotta log in everything again. Fucking, I hate Chrome. It's just a suck, and it's like, god damn it. I have to re-log into just about every account ever. Anyways, don't look at me. Let's get into it. Let's see what we're working with. It's a horrible way to say it, but yes. I can't see my chat. Okay. Here we are. It's just a character. Shadow says, I don't even think about male to female ratio. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it is. But also, again, I think as more women get in, because I think honestly, it seems like Tower of Fantasy is doing a lot of things by data, which I don't think Genshin does all the time. I think Genshin's main prerogative is to make money and to not disrupt the money that they're making, essentially. So they're not trying to not rock the boat. I think Tower of Fantasy is in a state of trying to attain money. They're focusing on acquisition, so they're looking at data in which what people want. So I think they can see right now within their surveys and whatnot that that people are like the main group of people who are playing the game are men, and men have a proclivity to want to pull for women. But I think as more females start to play, they'll start doing that, and it'll sequence in that way. Well, they want more handsome, cute boys and things like that. That will happen as new players get introduced to the game, I think. Yeah, it is. Hopefully, there is a ratio twist. Lozing says, "You make that waifu green." I'll try. Love says the only new original male character is Tang Ling. Mark is the anime from CN. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, yeah. Tang is the tall, skinny guy, similar to King. But I forgot. Yeah, he's King. But he's great, and I hope. Man, there's people talking in my ear like crazy. Fucking Genshin characters. I will say I appreciate that in Tower of Fantasy. They're not as constantly letting it rip with their voice lines. They're kind of like, at best, you'll hear like a Sara be like, I lost my place in my book. That's it. It's fast as shit. Not sounded like, where's my book? Oh, there it is. There's my book. Oh, there's my page. Oh, I lost my. It's not like a 15-hour dialogue thing. They just rip it off with a Band-Aid. They don't sit it there for 20 minutes. Even though I like it up. It is great. Only reason we got a buff a guy is because that's how he looks in the anime. Yeah. But I really hope we get a collab being able to run the pistol knife so that you can only custom. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope that people are like, that sucks. Why is he not coming to the thing? I don't care about that. Like, just give me the character. None of these characters have a story basis for an anime or whatever, you know. But we still love them. We still want them, etc. I'm gonna see if I can kill a boss or two in Tower of Fantasy on Tower of Fantasy. Oh, right now. We could go do that. I could go help you if you wanted as well, cause yeah, probably we have a little bit of time. I would like to knock that out too. But this is the character y'all are super hype about. Is it okay? Her design is cute, actually, very cute. She reminds me of the Addams Family lady. By the way, has anyone checked out that Netflix one? It looks cute. I just don't know if Netflix has made it like. Netflix has a horrible problem with making everything Riverdale, which is to say it's just teen bullshittery, where like, oh my god, I love you, I hate you, anxiety, fucking mess. You know, I want to see Addams Family Girl be a freak. That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, her looks, I like her Oni looks pretty wicked. Is it worth the 50 pulls? Probably not, but looks cool. Okay. Big AoE katana, dual wielding katana. Like, she looks kind of like Frigg, except. Okay. Yeah, she got a similar attack pattern than Frigga, right? Or Frigg? She looks cute. I'm waiting to see her E. B says she looks so cool. I will say she looks cool. So she's gonna step on her hair and break her neck. That's the side thing, but let's not talk about it. It's like capes, you know what I mean? Too much. Too much. The sound effects sound so clean. I will say, I agree with that. Sounds sharp, crisp, ice, all that. Oh, you know, I've seen this character. Yeah. You know, I've seen this character. She looks great. Yeah, she's very cool. She does that whole like AoE like thing. Yeah. What's her? Oh, that was her alt, right? Yeah. What's her switch? I think that's what it was. Was that her alt? I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. She has different resonances. Right. Right. I seen some people show that off too. So maybe maybe it's her attack. The fact that she can change her stance every time she changes her resonance. That also kind of makes sense. That's pretty wicked. Oh, so her E changes fundamentally. So it changes from a huge long distance shot to like an AoE, circular AoE. That's cool. Also, it does that. Holy shit. Or that's the, okay. So she has, actually, that's pretty great. She has 2 different attack patterns based on the resonance that you have with your other weapons. Wow. One's super ranged and the other one's AoE. I don't know why you'd want range. Most things like aggro on you when they dive bomb you. So yeah. But look cool. Look very cool. So compared to Genshin's like character, it's very worth it. Yeah, that's my thought too. That's my sense. Judgment Cut, is that what it's called? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna quickly jump over to Tower Fantasy because if I can get some boss kills in real quick, I'll do it. Although I also have dailies that I probably should go do. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do. Huh. I have dailies I didn't do. How much? You got 20 minutes? What the hell was that? What is that? Oh, it's Tower Fantasy. It's a fucking ad. God damn it. Okay. Fucking thing in my ear. Let's do this. Yeah, I think we'll probably do. Let's do maybe we can have it all. Let's do our dailies real quick, and then we will do the thing because we still want to get a Dendro character, so we still want to gotta make ground. Frigg is more stuff related to Virgil. Yeah, so then what? I mean, I guess it makes sense. She's AoE. I definitely didn't get a Virgil necessarily. Frigg definitely seems like an AoE type of character, an AoE ice character, whereas Virgil seems more of like a burst, quick slash kind of character, which I guess Frigg says. It just doesn't have the same sense as the Virgil type, you know?
I'm going in. Let's light it up.
Damn you.
Gather. I will have order. Who wants some of this?
Lone Sneaker says, also, in terms of the battle pass in Tower Fantasy, I'm tier 90. I haven't, dude, I don't think I'm going to be getting this this battle pass in Tower Fantasy, but I think I might go with the next one. I'm going to make a good ground, man. I'm like half in, half out, which I know is not a great place to be in. Although I'm very happy with my videos I've been making, by the way. I know, like, I want to talk to you guys about this on Sunday a little bit, but it's going to take time for YouTube to even recognize, because right now the channel on Brothers Grin, it is just kind of an uphill battle a little bit.
Can't catch me.
But all of the data that it has to place my channel anywhere is all Wonderlands. It's FPS looter shooter. So it puts my content near that. So to find the audience for that when it has so much data coming in from Wonderlands, it's going to be a little tricky. But I like how all the videos are kind of connected and they're all answering questions that I think people will inevitably ask. I need to improve. That's something that's evident. I need to understand more about the game and all those kinds of things. But I guess this is kind of the time I was going to ask you guys. The 2 videos I want to make that I think will be like, so also the one thing that I wanted to reply to, I remember when Fluff said this, it made me want to reply to it. But Fluff was saying that like for an event that only for like we're halfway into an event, and especially when it's limited per day, which is what we thought initially. Probably not a good idea to make a guide on it when like basically you'll just be making people mad that it's like, oh god damn it, I wish I would have known about this, or if they did, they probably would have known about this. But to me, the reason why I would have still gone through with the video is because it still makes what is it called, a curated version of videos that people can, like, when they go to look at a channel to see if they want to subscribe, they'll still see that, oh, this person uploaded that coverage of the event. Most people don't look at the specific date that it was uploaded, and of course my whole plan is to get better at like eventually being right on top of the sequencing of stuff in this game, or of that game. But also, I don't want to, we're in a kind of a testing phase right now a little bit, so I currently just made a video today, which is arguably not very smart, of Cult of Lamb, because I want to see maybe if we can more easily find that audience. But that's a little bit not the cleverest thing to do. Anyways, I was going to ask you guys, outside of my like outlook on things that are happening and what we've done this week, I wanted to ask you guys, for Tower Fantasy, there's 2 videos I want to make next, which hopefully will be connected adjacently. which is how to become stronger in Tower Fantasy, because that's the problem I'm dealing with right now. I don't exactly know. I gotta get a surface level understanding of what to do and how to get stronger in Tower Fantasy, which is like, you know, make sure you have weapon materials, make sure you're at the highest level. But I also know there's certain instances, like if by doing Wormhole, you'll get a purple currency. That purple currency every week can buy you a piece of armor. That the armor that is the most important to get first off is the ones that can give you critical rate and attack power. That is the gauntlets and I believe the pants, maybe, or I don't know, one of those. So that's something you can do. Also, getting constantly using your relics to get more and more SSRs and copies of SSRs can be incredibly good. So like there's a list of things you can make a dent in. Also, getting like 5-star modules, like special like perk badges, also can be really good. How do you go about doing that? So I need to format that and really calcify what exactly that is, because I have a surface level idea of it, and I definitely see people who are crushing in multiplayer, and I'm like, I'm kind of falling behind because I'm not able to deal as much damage as them. But then the other video I want to make is about Frigga, and that's probably the one I gotta have to make first. And that I'm probably just gonna. I got a resource which is kind of good. It's I think it's like a same thing as Honey Impact almost, but it like tells you all the stats of this character and what they're trying to do. Because I wanted to make a video of like, should you pull for this character, and maybe one day we can actually like guarantee get a copy of the character, if we can, you know, capture enough attention with other avenues. The one thing I also got to do, though, right now we have a lot of search / fun, like helpful videos, I guess you'd call it, but not a lot of videos that are like good, fun, community, goofy videos, which I think I might have to make like streams. Like I want to do one that's on Tower of Fantasy that's something difficult with a cost. Basically, the premise is like, if I blank, I blank. Not if I die, I wish, because I can't do that, but if we go into multiplayer as an I have to come up with a name, but it's like going into multiplayer as an small spender, let's say, and then saying like every single time we lose or die, we have to do whatever, a bunch of push-ups, maybe burpees, something that could add some sort of thing, and then edit that goofy fun video, because I really do. I'm not sure about you guys. I'm not sure how many people are watching the Brothers GRINN channel, but I really got a warm sense of like community from editing in our streams where we're all surrounding the boss, the dead boss, with all the people with a bunch of gold nameplates that say Brothers GRINN. And also, I think if you're a viewer watching that, not knowing like if they should what they should do, if they're like, if this is a place that I want to be, that's a good, like, wholesome moment for a community to see, holy shit, this guy's actually playing with his people and all these things, you know, and helping them get the clear done. I'm not that yet. I'm not that helpful yet. I can barely survive myself. So yeah. But yeah. So I don't know. That moment to me was really like, hell yeah, I'm happy with this. And again, that's why, like, to me, I almost think it's almost serendipity with the whole Saints Row thing not really working, because that would have been another thing on top of the questionable choice about pursuing Cult of the Lamb content right now. And again, I wanted to ask you guys this. There's a lot of things I'm asking you guys. Probably gonna have to pause, and I'm just gonna have to read chat for a while. Probably not gonna be able to play Tower Fantasy. I'm probably gonna have to do it tonight. But I want to ask you guys. Oh, I lost the goddamn thing I was gonna say. I want to ask you guys, Tower Fantasy. Okay, that's what I want to ask you. So in my book, one of the things that it talks about is to create video buckets. And I thought this was really, really clever. I think I talked to you guys about it in part, but it's the idea of creating content. Basically, like, the way I would phrase it is create 3 videos that are similar, create 3 videos that are not connected, but similar. So 3 videos that you don't have to watch part 1 or 2 in order to understand the third video, but there's a high probability that a person watching the first video you made would also enjoy and value the second video you made. So that's the whole idea of that. And then the person says, when you're making videos for a channel, you probably you should not be a variety channel, because it just doesn't work. YouTube has a really hard time of distinguishing exactly this type of viewer to this video. It's far easier just to play to a specific type of viewer who likes a specific type of content and then push that content to them. But so that to me is what I'm kind of contending with, is one of the things that it says is having channel buckets does not mean you're a variety channel. It means you're producing content that is similar but different. And I don't know if that like all of the examples that was given in the book was something to the effect of, if you make cookies every day, or if you make great cookie videos, and you only make great cooking videos, or cookie videos, how to make cookies, people are eventually going to get tired of how to make cookies. Even if you make the best cookies ever, they're eventually going to get bored of that. So maybe one day you should make muffins. Maybe one day you should make Japanese candy. Maybe one day you should do X. So you need to do something similar that your audience would probably like, because it's like desserts, it's that kind of genre of food, but also something else that keeps things fresh and interesting and different. But I don't know what that is for gaming. So that's my question I pose to you guys. In this idea of like making it easier for YouTube to place your content and give it to people who would most enjoy it, your audience, in gaming, can that be two simultaneous games, or does it have to be similar games? And the more I think it and even say it aloud, it seems like a very obvious question. It needs to be similar games, which is like, oh. But also there could be an argument for trying to like, also do I not have cannot submit. Oh, I'm co-op mode. That's what happens. So yeah, I'm kind of like stuck in this weird like. Oh, maybe it could be possible, but I could also see it being very conflicting. Yeah. So maybe we are playing a lot of Genshin actually. maybe we'll play Tower Fantasy Genshin. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. But definitely Tower Fantasy. But I would like to see if we can make some Cult of the Lamb, and maybe I should do both and see which one catches. Although, again, the half of the thing that you need to be patient with is making sure YouTube can aggregate what kind of videos you're making and then push them to them. Like right now, none of my videos should be getting viewed because all of the system knows my channel is a Wonderlands channel. And there's a lot of data coming in that signals that. So it's going to be a while till I show the system these videos are old, stop thinking about them as relevant, and look at the new videos. So it's going to be a little bit of a time sink in that regard. But anyways, let's quickly go back to the thing and cash in these things, and I'm gonna have to go exercise, but that'll be the stream where we wind down and end it. But I do want to catch up on chat because I did ask you guys a lot, and I do genuinely want to know what you guys think. So let me just cash this in. Bop. Go.
Add asterisk. Thank you for add asterisk.
I'll do this, even though I don't think I fully tidied all this up last time. No, I did. Good job, me. Also, I did build Cookie. Not perfectly, but I built her. Also, oh, we maxed out our expeditions. Oh. Alright, let's just chill here. Oh, also, man, there's probably going to be a dendro, like, teapot, right? That's going to look clean as hell. Sure, we'll do this. Okay. Let me catch up. The sound effect sounds so clean. Lonzika says, also, in terms of Battle Pass, you're at 93. I offered to come help in Tower Fantasy, but I really need to go take a shower. Frigg's design, attack design is far more inspired by Virgil. Signature move. Yeah. No, I agree with all that. Like the IE stance, she's quick draw, yeah. Fluff says, biggest thing to focus on currently is the weapon and matrices upgrades. Weapons and matrices, okay. Matrices is what again? Is matrices the, I haven't leveled up my armor. That's something I probably could do. I have a purple gauntlet that I just got that I probably could level up. I haven't, but, weapon, especially as it's, matrices, you mean my suppressors? What's your matrices sound like again, Fluff? Because I'm leveling up my weapon. Yeah. To wait until higher tiers unlock to be efficient with vitality. Okay. Have a crew in Tower Fantasy is a big boon for community coordinate. Yeah. Well, yeah. Again, to me, it was just a wholesome feeling that I could incorporate in that in my video, and I felt like. Maybe nobody else did, like in terms of like a viewer, like a random viewer who sees that and thinks, oh shit. Well, Fluff says Cult of a Lamb is also has a level of community involvement since you can name the cultists after them, and enable them in the, I definitely think I think we'll play Cult of the Lamb. It's just a difference of whether we do it on video, which I kind of want to, because I think I can think of a lot of. I look at like the Tower Fantasy community, and I see a lot of people providing a lot, which is interesting. But I look at the Cult of the Lamb videos, and I don't see a lot of very clean guides there. But also, that's a little bit rude. Forgive me if that sounds that way. Max says still need 25 lotuses to get Tegriny to 80. Yeah, I know it's slow going. Fluff says buckets. Buckets feel like it'd be genre themed per bucket. Yeah, but the example that he gives is the cookie basket or cookies example. And to me, I think when I think through that example, I think I see him saying like, well, no, you're in the food category generally. But then you're playing specifically to an audience that is interested in desserts. So like people who like steaks don't necessarily also like desserts, like ice creams. They can, there's a possibility, but there's a better probability that they're just different enough to where people may not like them the same, to the same frequency. So then you're like, okay, well then, if you're gonna make dessert content, how do you keep it fresh? Well, you make different types of desserts, and maybe then you change it up and make actually a meal every now and again, to kind of see if your audience is also into that. Because you always gotta test your theory of like, well, maybe these aren't the same people, and maybe you're like, no, people want their steak and then they want their nice chocolate cake or whatever, you know. And maybe people just like food, you know. It depends on what you're kind of optimizing for, but yeah. Plus, so like, say you were playing Binding of Isaac, you could play other roguelikes or roguelite into that bucket. Cult of Lamb, Hades, Risk of Rain, etc. Yeah. When we have an anime MMO type game, Genshin, Tower Fantasy. Yeah, that's where I was getting to, Fluff. I was hoping that there'd be a way to do it both, but we'll see. We'll see.
They can be some of the toughest little guys around.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Because we do have GRINN, but that's our stream channel. I'm not making another channel, but I'm not, but yeah. And then there's the action RPG, Borderlands, Wonderlands, Outriders, Destiny. Yeah. I think Fluff. I think that's the idea. You need to be in like the gaming category is not necessarily the category. It's the niche. Is the two layers of the niche, which is like gaming, you know, or food. You know, it's gaming, and then there's, well, what else? It's gaming. It's this specific genre of games that people like and have a proclivity to enjoy. But I do have a Cult of the Lamb video, so I'm kind of like, where do I put that? Again, we could just, it's rough to make them compete, but we could put both of them on the Brothers GRINN channel and see which one bites first. That's at least the how I envision buckets of content. Yeah, no, I think that is how it works. That is definitely, I think, how it works. Max says, all right, I'm ahead. Thank you so much for stopping by, Max. Always love seeing anybody. Lonesing says, GRINN, if you want some screenshots of Frigg's stats, I have already posted those in the tab if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, no, I'm probably going to have to hunt for probably to tomorrow, maybe? Tomorrow I'm going to be probably hunting for, trying to do a voiceover and everything, and hunting for data on what she does and what makes her good. Probably trying to aggregate as much content as I can on that, and then try to consolidate it into answering the question the most optimally about, well, should you pull her or should you? Should you pull for her and should you not? And I don't ever want that series of content to be definitive or not. It's like supposed to be like, if you have this team, then she will work really well, kind of thing. Which requires me to then learn about how fucking the depth of team comp, which I know Fluff knows back to front. But for me, I haven't dumped into that yet. It's gonna be a lot of learning tomorrow. But I'll also probably use those screenshots. Let's see. Thank you. Matrices are the chip sets you put into your weapon. Your equipment armor should just be a matter of getting one of each purple great rarity piece. Don't waste time or vitality on re-rolling. Okay. As in, don't fret over trying to get an ideal random roll of armor. It's more important to just get the stuff above 50 or 60k. So it's more like focusing on various subgenre of games and fall within those. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. We have to do. I probably have to do some research then, because I do want to cover Cult of the Lamb. I just wonder how it's possible to do that. And again, I think there's a big opening in Cult of the Lamb, but I don't know if Cult of the Lamb has as much longevity as Tower Fantasy. You know. Fluff says it's it's more like focusing on various. So I still felt the purpose of the channel made sense to me. GRINN for streaming and achieves. GRINN and archives. Brothers GRINN for edited videos, guides, and then share GRINN for media content. Yeah. These are already your buckets as it is. Yeah, no, I know, but the game, like the brothers, like, because right now, Fluff, I'm focusing. I need to only focus on one channel. That's why there hasn't been any Share GRINN channel videos. I haven't watched any media for entertainment for almost a month and a half now. Maybe less. Maybe that's too much time. Maybe it's a month. But yeah, so I've just been reading the book and doing the thing. So I'm breaking down Brother GRINN right now to try to figure out where that kind of fits and create a strategy in which I can maintain over time, that I'm also happy with doing. And I'm kind of caught between that rock and a hard place. Yeah. Those are all your buckets. Strike while the iron's hot. The longer you wait, the less effective such videos will be. Well, that's kind of the thing that like they break it down. I'll probably talk to you about it on Fluff tomorrow or on Saturday. But it's the idea is that there's like, you're kind of right. There's a finite time of your video aging, but it's more at upload. So like, so when you're optimizing for search, you're always optimizing for something that people will inevitably search for. You know, but with the exception of maybe you're talking about Frigg. Yeah, Frigg I need to do quick, because if I do it now, people will be accepting that that's interesting take. Whereas if I do it when she's out and I don't have gameplay covering her live, then people are going to be like, what the fuck is this? But if it's just like kind of a hype video and trying to help the community and making a decision, that could be, I think, good. And again, it all sequences into each other. Like one of the things that I'm doing with the Brothers GRINN channel, which I like a lot, and it's actually making me very happy, is that every video feels like it sequences with each other. It's almost like a library of content that I think people would generally enjoy seeing. Like, this is a helpful tip. This is coverage of the new event. This is how to become stronger or whatever. You know, I do think we need to probably have a fun, goofy, fun stream, edit that, and then put it on there as a fun bonus playful video, as like a community coming together goofball video rather than just guide, because I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. I want to have a break every now and again. So I need to make a bucket within that channel, because that's the thing of Fluff. You need a bucket within a bucket. So even within the Brothers GRINN gaming channel or edited gaming channel, it's all bucketed content still. Like you need buckets within that bucket, I guess. You can't have too many buckets, but you can have buckets within your genre of bucket. I need to be, if need be, merge back into one channel may be the best course. I know one or more other channels I follow did so recently. I don't think that's the right choice, because everything that all the success that I've experienced on the Brothers GRINN channel calcified how important that was to do. And it makes so much sense that like YouTube basically uses user data predominantly. So the more users that engage with that, this is also why you stick to your bucket, is because if you do too many buckets, YouTube doesn't know where to push your content. It's basically like, what is this, like, what is this for? Is this gaming video for this guy kind of person, or is this gaming video for this person? But if on average YouTube can see 90% of people that watch or play these games also enjoy this type of video, I'm going to push it to all those people as well, you know, i.e. Wonderlands, you know, the Wonderlands, Borderlands community, everyone was seeing those kinds of guides, builds, etc. And then it kind of started getting a sense from my channel being like, okay, a lot of people seem to enjoy and watch a good bit of the, in the Borderlands community, in the Wonderlands community, in the FPS looter shooter community. Also, it can deduce all that from the game and give it to people who also like those kinds of games, like FPSs and such. So yeah, same thing can be said for like, you know, Genshin or Tower Fantasy. If you play anime games, it can also extract, oh, well, this is an anime game. people like these people like anime, maybe they're interested in this kind of content as well, and they'll push it to them. Bucket is starting to lose all the meaning as its word. I don't think so. Fluff. How so? Fine, I gotta go work out. Okay, work. Maybe talk to my Tuesday. It's an interesting take. I mean, all Cult of Lamb videos. It's still popular, right? Oh yeah, no, yeah, fading quickly. I don't know if Cult of Lamb will fade. It's one of those few games I think is going to become a cult classic, like Don't Starve. And I think it's the videos that I hope to make on them. Hopefully, will be something that people will search for years to come, kind of thing, as a tool to understand how to do things. If anything, I'm more worried about Tower Fantasy's guides becoming quite redundant, because eventually people are just going to have momentum and endless momentum to do. Although I'm trying to still find the wiggle room between those resonating. I was just making a joke, saying the word too much gets the point where it's not okay. It makes sense. Sorry, wasn't able to make sense of that. A bucket of the bucket to keep our buckets in buckets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Hopefully you guys can and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. There is a couple videos on Brothers Grin if you're interested in Tower Fantasy, the event, as well as some fun builds, or as well as some fun guides on how to progress, what you can do, all those kinds of things, the reasons why you do them. Hopefully I can see you guys next stream. We will be playing, by the way, next stream, we will be playing Tower Fantasy on Friday, and probably Cult of the Lamb on Sunday, with also playing Tower Fantasy in that same stream. Bye.